Tell what you know, so detail your interest and experience in your particular field, as well as some knowledge of the field. Too many people graduate with no knowledge in the field they hope to enter. Refer to experiences, classes, conversations with people in the field, books you've read, seminars attended, or other specific material. And this is why I lecture and administer the personal statement, as well as the accompanying annotated bibliography to look up your future institutions as well as your intended career field, because this gives students an opportunity to begin thinking about their field and taking 2 to 4 years to wonder if this is the right field for them based upon their engagement. And that is very important, that too many people graduate with no knowledge in the field they hope to enter. I did benefit from being a graduate TA when I was in graduate school. But there are a lot of things that I feel like I still didn't know until much later, until I got out and had to work in the field. And then there's still some things I feel like I still don't know. And so I knew enough to know that I needed to get my master's in order to be able to teach at the community college level. You usually need a PhD, and I don't have that yet, and I will get it. To teach at the university level, or at least be in a doctoral program at the dissertation stage. So there are some things I knew, I understood, but then there are some things that they didn't really teach us in graduate school, teaching about how to teach the composition classroom, because we were mainly taught how to analyze the literary text. So my composition teaching is all self-trained. I had to actually train myself and read and research and read scholarly material and do professional development and learn how to teach composition, first year composition. And so it would have benefited me had I taken a class, but that was in another department, the teaching of writing class, that I didn't get a chance to take, but I wish I would have now. So it is true that you can graduate with no knowledge in the field that you hope to enter. But then there's some things you can graduate with, but you just tend to struggle with much later. So it does make a difference that you do well in your classes, you do well in engaging the field in some kind of way, volunteer or something, so that you're not left with no skills at all. Write well, so do some research, be meticulous, proofread your essay, avoid cliches, avoid conversational language, adhere to word limit. Let me speak on adhere to word limit first, because this is very important. If the limit is 500 words, 1 to 2 pages, if you have 3 pages, it is likely that the admissions committee would throw it out. And that's because before your personal statement or application even hits the admissions committee, it's all the people at the front office, the students, the student assistants, the staff. They are the ones who read your work first, or they go through the application process to make sure that everything is there to check you off and move your application forward. And so the student assistant is often instructed by the director to chunk anything that doesn't fulfill the application requirements, right? Especially page limit. So you want to adhere to page limit. Proofreading, of course, is always important because it's how you present yourself. Remember, the personal statement is like a sales presentation. So you definitely want to avoid conversational language, meaning how you talk to your friend is not the same way you need to write within the personal statement. You are not having a conversation with a friend like you are talking to somebody on the phone. And so you want to make sure that you frame the language for professionalism. So that means you definitely will need to avoid cliches. Your whole paper should not be about cliches. And then, of course, do your research. Your research meaning the research on the institution itself, the department itself. Does it offer what you need for where you want to go?